Sophia Derbyshire Bagg was a pioneering champion of social welfare in early Utica, especially for women and children. Born in England in 1788 and married to Moses Bagg Jr., owner of the renowned Bagg's Hotel, she leveraged her status to drive charitable initiatives, notably founding the Female Society of Industry in 1819. As Utica began to grow, social problems emerged, including poverty and an increasing number of orphans. The Erie Canal had not opened, and the population of Utica was less than 3,000, yet the need for social services was apparent. It was the women of Utica who took action. The Female Society of Industry aimed to support poor women and raised funds for an orphan asylum, which later became a children's hospital. This organization emerged during the Second Great Awakening, a period that spurred spiritual activism and expanded women's roles in society. Women became the driving force behind community charities, establishing orphanages, and helping the underprivileged. Sophia was also instrumental in religious philanthropy, co-founding the Oneida Female Missionary Society, which hosted revival meetings led by evangelist Charles G. Finney as he started his national preaching career. Bagg's leadership opened doors for women's involvement in public charitable work, laying the groundwork for future social services in Utica. The success of the Female Society of Industry not only showcased women's significant roles in benevolence, but also served as a model for later organizations like the New Century Club, empowering women to advocate for social causes even before they gained formal political rights.
Olympian Irving Baxter was an extraordinary figure from Utica. Born in 1876, he graduated from Utica Free Academy in 1895 before heading to Trinity College in Hartford, Connecticut. There, he became a standout track and field athlete, winning the U.S. National Championship in the high jump in 1897. He transferred to the University of Pennsylvania in 1898 after becoming interested in law. Baxter gained international acclaim in the 1900 Summer Olympics in Paris, where he competed in 5 events. His remarkable performance earned him gold medals in both the high jump and the pole vault, along with silver in the standing high jump, standing long jump, and standing triple jump. This achievement made him one of the most decorated athletes of those games. After his Olympic journey, Baxter returned to the University of Pennsylvania, where he remained active in campus life, participating in various clubs and sports. He earned his law degree and began his legal career in 1903, opening a law practice in Utica. Baxter's commitment to public service led him to serve as a special city judge and later as U.S. Commissioner for the Northern District of New York. In addition to his professional achievements, Baxter served in World War I as a private in the U.S. Army and later in the Coast Guard. He remained active in the community through his membership in the Utica Democratic Club, the American Legion, and several fraternal organizations. Baxter lived in the Utica and Frankfort area for most of his life. He died in Utica at the age of 81 and is buried in Forest Hill Cemetery. Irving K. Baxter's life reflected achievement in athletics, law, and community service. His Olympic performance brought early international recognition to an athlete from Utica, and his legal and civic career connected him closely to the people of Oneida County.
Antel Tony Szoszatka was a Hungarian-American electrical engineer and inventor. Often called the father of modern radio, his groundbreaking work in FM transmission profoundly impacted how we listen to music. Born in Hungary in 1911, Tony was a gifted person who established his own electronics company, earning respect for his innovative ideas. His contributions were recognized in 1953 when he received the Kossuth Prize, a prestigious award in Hungary. However, as the political climate in Hungary deteriorated, the communist government took over his company. This resulted in financial loss and stripped Tony of his freedom to innovate. In 1956, as tensions escalated with Russian soldiers invading, Tony made a brave decision for his family's future. He opted to escape. Tony and his family faced significant challenges after arriving in the United States, losing their social status and wealth. Fortunately, recruiters from General Electric recognized his talent and offered him a position at their radio receiver plant in Utica. Tony joined GE during a pivotal time for consumer electronics. As the rise of television threatened the radio industry, To innovate and ensure the future of radio, he led a team in developing a stereo transmission system for a Federal Communications Commission competition. His system stood out for its reliability and sound quality, ultimately being selected as the national standard for FM stereo in the U.S. Even though we now have streaming and satellite radio, the main principles of FM are based on Tony's work. He received a patent for these ideas in 1961, which became the model for making radio broadcast equipment and radios worldwide. Tony went on to apply for 13 more patents, and his innovations became the foundation for many circuits and ways of operating radios that we now take for granted. Tony died in 1976, but his impact continues even now. Every time we listen to the rich, beautiful sound of music on the radio, we're enjoying the results of his genius.
Carmen Caramanica was born in 1945 in Bridgeport, Connecticut, and grew up in Utica, New York. At the age of 9, a serious hip injury led to nearly 4 years in Children's Hospital, where he discovered his passion for music thanks to a kind guitar teacher, George Odell. After leaving the hospital, Carmen studied under Odell and later jazz guitarist Mike Ciola, developing an enduring love for jazz. During high school, he played in local rock bands and began teaching guitar at a neighborhood music store. In 1966, he married his high school sweetheart, Wendy, and they raised their daughter, Elizabeth. Carmen found success as a performer and teacher, playing in local semi-professional bands before becoming the guitarist and musical director for jazz and blues singer Lou Rawls. He toured nationally, recorded music, and appeared on prominent programs like The Tonight Show and The Merv Griffin Show. He conducted Lou Rawls' Las Vegas Orchestra from 1972 to 1976, later performing with Raquel Welch's Vegas Show and as Tony Orlando's featured guitarist. In 1986, Carmen retired from touring to focus on teaching, opening the Carmen Caramanica Music Instruction Studio in New Hartford. He inspired countless students for over 35 years and performed with the Carmen Caramanica Jazz Trio alongside friends Cosmo Castellano and Rick Compton. He also taught at Hamilton College and Mohawk Valley Community College and offered music clinics at Utica College and Syracuse University. In 2022, Carmen published his memoir, It Started with a Guitar, 6 Strings and a Dream, a celebration of his journey. He died in 2023 at the age of 77, leaving a lasting legacy through his music, teachings, and his impact on the community.